Coming back at you again for talking a little bit about politics today, just a little bit. Keeping up with Donald Trump just a hair. He's our president, we got to deal with it. But Donald Trump and everything, like I said again, I want to go into the election. You can't say was really fixed. They knew Donald Trump was going to be president before they staged it. So we all know that regardless if the election was fixed or how you want to look at it, Donald Trump's being president came in because they wanted it that way. It's like everything they planned it. Okay? So he kept, it's not because it was fixed. Okay? I want to go more into Donald Trump and really who he is. We're going to penetrate into his mind a little bit and really who is he? Well, I'm going to tell you something. He ties into the Illuminati in many ways, and how Bank of America also, the Bank of America Center, ties into Donald Trump. Even though he owns Bank of America Center, folks. Okay, there's a mural at Bank of America Center, and if you look at it carefully, he's in that mural. That's him, and it portrays him as being a. You can interpret what you want to interpret it. Who knows what it means? But it's him. And he's doing something in that picture. It ties into the New World Order and showing you that he was chosen. They call him the chosen one, to bring in and orchestrate the New World Order coming in. Okay. And making change is in policy and how we look at things, and also bringing in transhumanism at the highest level. They're bringing it in, and they're going to bring it in a way that you don't even know it's coming in, and you're going to bring it in through monarch slaves. We're all going to be, like I said, I call it transformation of America. If you look at everybody today, they're in a trance. They're being hit with deep sleep delta waves coming from the towers. Okay, those deep sleep delta waves train your brain waves for programming. Okay, you get real kind of tired and you're doing something, out of nowhere. Those are the waves hitting you. They're getting ready to send those frequencies through. I went into the biphase electric pulse are running in. It's going to come in. But anyway, like I said, they're spending a lot more money on making this more prevalent, more pronounced. They're spending more money on incorporating the signal. And you see it in Hollywood, people doing things they normally wouldn't do, driving into walls, people cracking up, fighting, and your behavior's changed around. So the signal is running. It's psychoactive. I told you it's being incorporated. Donald Trump is not a clone, everyone. Okay, I'm going to set the record straight. He looks plastic. His hands look like the rubber. His skin looks like a doll, sort of like. Doesn't look like he's ever done any physical work. Because he hasn't. He's not a clone. He hasn't done a lot of physical labor. He's inherited so much money. So let's get back into the Donald Trump situation and what's going to happen for the years to come. He's going to orchestrate a new planning system for the world. And it's going to put people in different class systems. And eventually, like I said, the middle class will be practically broke. The rich will stay where they're at. And the richest of them all will still stay where they're at, controlling powers like they do behind closed doors. The presidents do not run the world. Okay, they're just puppets. Everybody knows that at all. They follow orders from the higher ups, and they keep the people relaxed. They keep people focused in on a fake agenda. They make the world. You don't see the world that's really going on behind closed doors. You go to the White House and you see how the White House operates with President Reagan, and you went into the Reagan administration. If you see the crazy sex abuse and the wild shit goes in the White House, man, it's wild, man. I'm not going to go into it. Ronald Reagan and that administration. The White House is wild, man. Call it corrupt, you can call it whatever you want. I'm not labeling anybody, but man, whoo, it's wild, man. You're in for a ride if you go to the White House. You'll see some things and stuff you wouldn't believe. Anyway, I'm not going to get into labeling people. That's not about. Anyway, the New World Order is coming, running it through. They're going to be orchestrating it in a way. The fake ET crap that's coming in, and aliens are coming, faked staged events. It's all bullshit. There's no there's no invasion of anything coming in. The only invasion that we have to worry about is what they're going to be doing with these new psychoactive mind control signals, how they're going to be taking over the world, and how these parasites are coming down at night now when you're asleep, and they enter your system at night. You can see them with infrared. If you have an infrared, you can see them. They're coming down at night and they're attacking us. It's like, and they're also body snatching us in a way. And what I mean by body snatching us, they are invading our physical body, and they're taking over. And it's sort of like the movies, folks. If you're susceptible and your DNA accepts it, this parasitical, biological, manipulated parasite will take over everything. And it's activated, I told you, through different means of heat, and can be activated. Once it's activated, you're in trouble, folks. The president has been hit with this. Many high cabinet members are under the influence as well. It's more than just an implant. They're doing those as well. They are not they're robots, but they're not clones in Hollywood, okay? Everybody says there's clones of George Bush. There's about 4 or 5 of them. One person said they saw George Bush at Camp David giving a speech, and 10 minutes later he was in New Mexico fighting a drug dealer over the nachos were too sour. He was fighting over nacho chips, and they got into a fist fight. Anyway, I don't want to get back into that, but let's say, like I said, there are different personalities people have, and that's through the manipulation. There is some cloning going on I guess you can say in the White House. There's some stuff going on. I'll get into that a little bit later. I don't want to get into it right now. Hollywood is not cloned out. They're mind fucked. They're cloned out in the sense that they're manipulated into another person. They're body snatched by the parasite. It's in full effect. They've been body snatched. And body snatched means they're not the same people. Their mind, their body, soul has been invaded by something else, and it's being controlled by something else. And those are the handlers and some of the programming they're doing. It's all coming in through this parasite. I've had it. A lot of people have had it. It's a control mechanism, and it runs you. It's controlling you. You are a robot. Okay? And they will clone your mind. That's different than cloning your body. They can enter a holographic image projection using this machine where they can load another hologram right into your brain, right over the brain you have, and it's not you. You'll be a whole different person. This holographic brain implant is totally different from cloning. Cloning is a whole more complicated procedure. They're not doing cloning in Hollywood at all. They're not cloned out, these people. Even organic robotoids have been around. I'm going to sign out, folks. Running out of storage. I'll try to do a part 2 on it. Donald Trump, like I said, they knew he's going to be president a long time. Take my word for it. Since fixed election shit is all bullshit. Hacking into the computer firm or the software company. It happened. It's just making people look at things in a different way.